I'm Natalie Hanshin. This is my first time in Puerto Vallarta, and I ended up being here because my husband and I have been trying to have a baby naturally for nearly 2 years now, and we have what's called unexplainable infertility. And I decided, we live in Texas, and I did an IUI probably about 3 months ago, and obviously nothing came of that, and I thought I'm going to have to do IVF to have a really good chance at getting pregnant. And we already have one little boy that's 2 years old, and it's just crazy how fertility works. We fell pregnant with him after our second try, and so we were really just thinking, wow, like I'm 36 now, my fertility rate must really be going down, because I just couldn't work out why we weren't falling pregnant. So anyway, I ended up Googling this place, and I found wonderful rave reviews about LIV, and I thought, okay, look, the price looks fabulous. I love the fact that they would do two transfers with the cycle for free. I thought that was fabulous. And anyhow, so I got in touch with LIV, and immediately Sergio wrote back to me, and who was the coordinator for me, and he just talked me through the whole process, and it was very, very easy dealing with him. I had looked at a few other clinics in Mexico, obviously for the price. You know, my husband and I didn't want to pay 15 to 20 grand US, and we'd heard so many great things about the doctors anyway in Mexico. We thought, okay. And so anyhow, I had a look at some other places, and a lot of them were difficult. The language barrier was difficult. They didn't get back to me on time. So LIV was immediately the number one clinic that I was going to choose, because they were responding to me like, you know, I'd write an email and within 5 seconds, honestly, it was that they had a response for me. So anyway, they helped me to get here, and I had so many fears. One was that the doctor wouldn't be good enough, that I may not have an anesthesiologist, a real doctor, it may be just a nurse. And when I arrived, all of those fears were relieved, because Dr. Velez is fabulous, and I actually feel that he cares more than my United States fertility doctor ever did, which is, I know so many people have said that. I watched these videos before, and I know that a lot of people said that, and I was like, okay, but no, it's really true. So I arrived, he started me on the drugs, and I wasn't responding as well as what they wanted. And anyhow, so I upped my stimulative drugs, and we ended up with 18 eggs. Of those so far, I think 9 were fertilized, and we've got 5 eggs. It's day 3 here, so I don't know where it's gone to from there, but that's a really good result. So I feel really happy with the clinic right now. And the egg collection process, I was alone. My husband had come, and then he had to fly out, and everyone was so warm and welcoming. I come in here and I get hugs from the lady at the reception. Everyone knows me. They're being so sweet to me. They're taking care of me. The nurses were like holding my hand. The anesthesiologist, which was a real doctor, came out and was making jokes with me. How many eggs did she think I was going to make? And Dr. Velez, I feel everything he's said to me has been on point. So, he actually said to me, bad news today, we can't do the transfer today because your body's produced more progesterone than what it needed, than what we need, and so we can't do the transfer this month. It may be in 2 to 3 months' time when your hormones are back to being level. And that was disappointing for me. So, you know, immediately I get home and I'm like, well, you know, I Google everything, and he was right on everything that he'd said. And I just started to realise I've actually got a wonderful doctor here. And, you know, my mother said to me, look, if you want, you can transfer, you could probably get the embryos and get them transferred back to the States, and they could probably do the transfer for you. You probably don't have to come back in May. And I immediately just felt like, I'm not interested, mainly because I feel like they care about me more here, and they actually have a vested interest in whether or not it works, whereas I feel like in the States I'm definitely just a number. So I'm not sure what the future holds, but I definitely feel I've got a really good shot with these guys, and I definitely think they're top notch. So that's where I'm at.